Welcome back to the wood shop. My name's Brett. This video is about applying the finish to my barn beam mantle. If you missed the videos on building the mantle, you can click on this link up here or the link down in the description. This intro is actually being filmed after I've already installed the mantle on the customer's fireplace, so I'm doing things a little out of order. But let me take you back a couple of weeks and I'll see you up in my garage. Down in the shop I used a brush to apply this oil-based wood stain by Varathane. It's Early American is the name of the color. I used about half of this half-pint can. I'm going to probably need another can to finish off the 4 matching floating shelves that have yet to be made. It is oil-based and it does produce vapors. I probably should have been wearing a respirator, but now I'm up in the garage because I'm going to be spraying this Australian timber oil product. It's a clear coat finish, natural color. So I will be using my respirator to protect my lungs. Whenever you're spraying on a finish or paint, I really recommend getting one of these. It's inexpensive product that attaches right to the can. Woo! Oh no! Okay, that's going in the outtakes. Anyway, can I taste this stuff? I highly recommend getting one of these handles. Be careful when you're putting it on because you could wreck the tip of your spray can. Okay, now I've got this spray handle on here safely. What I was trying to explain before is what this little gadget allows you to do is to hold the can upright, keep your fingers away from the spray nozzle. If any of you done any kind of spray can work, you know that that point on your fingertip gets a little tender and full of paint or full of finish, whatever you're applying. This keeps your fingers away from the finish. It's more ergonomic and gives you a trigger so you can hold the can upright and make nice even passes with your spray can. Again, this is Australian timber oil. I said clear coat. That's not exactly true. It does add a bit of a kind of a light brown tint, but I sprayed this on a test piece and I think it's going to work out just fine. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. I want to show you what I did with the end caps on the back that I'll be applying on site. And this is the back of the beam. This is the cleat that's going to be mounted to the wall above the stone, and then the beam snugs up right over the top of this. But the mantle is going to stick out a little bit past the fireplace stone. So I wanted to make sure that we have a back on this thing as well, not just front, top, and sides. So for this finishing process, I taped up all the edges where there's going to be glue applied so that the glue will actually make good adhesion and we don't get finish on those areas. Well, I don't love the gloss that the Australian timber oil left. It's inconsistent depending on how smooth or how rough the surface is, and there's a lot of sheen where the planer took it down to pretty smooth. It looks like a coffee table. I don't want this to look like a coffee table. I want it to look like an antique barn beam, which is what it's supposed to be. So to try to remedy that, I'm going to use that same nylon brush that I used to clean the wood before I started cutting it. I'm just going to rough up the surface and disrupt that oil finish, and then I'm going to coat it with a matte clear finish by Rust-Oleum, and hopefully that makes it look better. I don't really have a way to test this, so I'm doing it live on the piece that I'm bringing over to the customer's house next week. So wish me luck. record myself spraying on the matte finish. It was the same process as spraying on the Australian timber oil. I did touch up the stain in some places, and the matte finish looks much better. And hopefully you'll see that when you watch the installation video, which is coming out next. Probably the biggest takeaway from this process is that it's a really good idea to make some test pieces out of the same wood that you plan on using, and using the same stain and same finish to make sure that you like the look of it. I had made this sample to practice my miters and to show the customers some different stain options, and connected them with dowels so that they can actually take an individual piece and put it in place to see what it looks like. I'm really glad I did this. This was a big help to see what it would actually look like in the room where it was going to be installed. So that's it for this finishing video. Make sure you click that bell icon so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. But for now, thanks for watching. And until next time, my friends, be safe and love each other.